Hey guys, what's up and welcome to the video. And here today, part 4 of the Console ID series, we are going to cover console IDs, the free ones, the purchase ones, the ones that you need in order to get you back to all of your online glory. This is primarily for those of you who've been console ID banned. So that's happened and now you want to get back online. And of course, there's a lot of choices out there, and we're going to cover some of the nuances, some of the pros, the cons, and all of that stuff regarding free console IDs and purchase ones, and hopefully how you can avoid from being scammed when you purchase an ID, what to look for, what to avoid, and all that good stuff. How to find the honest people with the integrity level, high integrity levels, high trust levels, and all that good stuff. So anyway, let's go ahead and let's jump right into it by first showing you how these console IDs come about in the first place, and that'll give you a better idea, hopefully, of what to look for and what to watch out for when you're looking for free ones or purchase ones. So let's go ahead and let's jump right into it and get started. Okay, guys, so free CiDs. You're going to find out, if you've never looked for one before, you're going to get really, really frustrated. You're going to find out what a pain in the ass it actually is. Free CiDs do come up online in various places here and there, whether it's here on YouTube, whether it's in various forums. Occasionally they pop up. The problem with the free CiD is that when it does pop up and one actually does work, it will literally last a matter of minutes, maybe hours, under extreme cases, maybe 3 or 4 days, and it gets banned. It usually really lasts about a day or two at most. So whenever you see a free CiDs out there, you're going to try them and you're going to realize that they've already been banned. Do yourself a favor, save yourself a lot of time. If you are going to go that route in your browser, just set your filter to look back, I don't know, maybe as far as 3 or 4 days, and that's it. So here in Chrome, we can set a custom range to look for something. Set it for maybe 3 or 4 days, and that's it. Because if you're going to go a week or a month or more than that back, any CiD that you come across that once upon a time worked 3 or 4 days ago or a week ago or whatever, I assure you it doesn't work anymore now. So that's the problem with free CiDs. Yes, they're out there. There is no such thing as like a console ID tree that just sprouts, magically sprouts out console IDs. If that's what you're looking for, you're never gonna find it. So it's frustrating, and that's what leads people to purchase console IDs, and that's what we're gonna cover here in just a bit. All right, so private versus public is pretty easy. Private CiD is one that only you have access to, or if you're buying one, only the seller and you supposedly have access to. And we're going to cover that a little bit more in detail here in a couple of minutes. A public CiD is one that gets posted online, at least in one place or more. And of course, public CiDs are just, I just think they're dumb. I don't know why anybody posts them, publicly. Anytime a CiD is used more than once, if multiple PS3s are using the same CiD, it's obvious that they're logged in under different accounts, and that just raises a red flag with Sony. So on their end, by the bots in their servers. So I don't understand why multiple people would use a CiD to begin with that's in someplace public, a public forum or on YouTube or whatever. So yeah, it's just stupid. And there are programs that claim they can find out if a CiD is public or private, but what they're doing is just a web search in the background. So when you enter it, it's the same thing as you going to the search bar in your browser and entering the console ID. And in this case, I entered this one, and look, it came out with multiple hits. But this is flawed, because if, let's say, the ID is located in a YouTube comment section, it's not going to show up here. So that's the problem with these programs and with doing these types of searches, is that it's not very accurate. Not only that, if it ever comes up as being private, rest assured that the creator of this program is going to have that private ID transmitted to them. So it kind of defeats the purpose. But yeah, and these programs are usually littered with spyware, malware, Trojans, and all that bullshit for such a small program that doesn't need to have all that shit. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're looking at these programs or you're doing a search for private versus public. Let's move on. All right, so you got tired of looking for the free stuff, and you decided that it's time to go ahead and buy a console ID. So whenever you buy a console ID, honestly, guys, stay away from people like the PMs in the forums, from Kick, from places like that. This type of item is, when you buy it, it needs to be measured by a person's honesty and integrity, and you can't measure that in those types of scenarios in a forum or in a or in Kick or something. You need to be in a place like eBay, Bonanza, Amazon. I don't know if people on Amazon sell them or not, but I know Bonanza does. I know this place. I know eBay, of course, does. Um, you need to be somewhere that can measure a seller's integrity and honesty. So the way that's done is through their feedbacks, the number of feedbacks they have, and their positive feedback rating. All right, so when we go here into this one, for example, you'll see that they have only 4 feedbacks and they have 83.3% positive feedback rating, which is not good at all. My rule of thumb whenever I buy anything on eBay, and I've been doing business on eBay for over 16 years, is 40/97, meaning they have to have at least 40 feedbacks and at least a 97% or higher positive feedback rating. If they don't have those, if they don't meet those 2 criteria, I don't buy from them. And honestly, neither should you. Now, if you're really desperate, maybe you could make that 40 a 30, but I wouldn't go below 30. And I would never go below 97 under any circumstance. So just keep that in mind when you're on eBay. The other thing that you need to look at is what's called lowballers. Lowballers are, by definition, people who sell way below what the item is worth. Now, in this case, there's only a few people selling console IDs on eBay, and this one here is 20, 25, and up. But this same person here is only selling theirs at $9. Now, a low baller you need to stay away from, because what they're doing is they're putting an incredibly low price just so a bunch of people can hurry up and buy their CiD from them before these people start getting banned and start leaving negative feedback. So they sell it really, really quick. They sell the same console ID over and over again to different people. That way, they can make a bunch of sales before negative feedback starts getting hit, and then people start buying things from them. So that's the theory behind doing the low ball deal. So make sure you stay away from low ballers, who have a price that's almost too good to be true. Okay, and the other thing you need to be careful for are the scams here that involve warranty. Now, some people do a few day or 1 week warranty, and that's not too bad. But if the warranty seems too good to be true, I promise you, it's because it is. I've seen people on here offer 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, even a year warranty on a console ID, which is just absolutely ridiculous. The way that scam works is that they will charge, or they will sell the console ID to 10, 15, 20 people, however many. And then because so many people have it, it's going to get banned quick. So what will happen is that they'll go ahead, when you go back to the seller, they'll go ahead and they'll give you a new console ID. But that CiD will be given to everybody. So this is one new number that's given to everybody who got banned so they can get back online. Of course, because so many people have it, it's going to get banned as well. When you go back a second time and say, look, we got banned again, or I got banned again, the seller is not going to give you another one, because the warranty covers your initial item that you purchased. And so they fulfilled their eBay policy by giving you the warranty on the first number that you bought. But that second number that fulfilled that warranty, that one doesn't come with a warranty of its own. And so they're not going to give you another one. So you're going to be shit out of luck the moment you get banned again. So yeah, they made a bunch of sales, and it only cost them really 2 console IDs. And that's how that scam works. So avoid all the ones that you see, or any of the ones that you see that have a warranty that's too good to be true. And usually it's about 1 month or more. All right, guys, one other thing also is to make sure that whenever you buy these console IDs, like on eBay or let's say here on Bonanza, that before you buy, make sure that you verify that they will send you the console ID via the message system of that site. So either via the message system of eBay or the message system of like here Bonanza. Don't have them send them a number to your email. The reason why sellers do this is because they're being slick. in places like eBay, for example, when you get messages, even if you delete them or the seller deletes them on their end, messages are never truly deleted, and eBay can retrieve them. If eBay suspects a seller is doing fraud, let's say in this case by selling the same number to multiple people, if they're using the message system, eBay can look in the message system and see that the same number has been sold to multiple people, and then they can determine that fraud has been committed and they can refund those people's money back. However, when they send it to your email, of course, eBay doesn't have access to your email, so they won't be able to determine that. CiDs are an intangible product. A tangible product, of course, is something that's like physical, that you can feel, you can touch, whatever. This is digital. And so according to eBay's policy, PayPal's policy, and whatnot, intangible products are not covered by the protection, by the buyer protection, which means you're not going to get your money back. So keep that in mind. So that's an extra level of protection for you to have them, to make sure to send the CiD to your message system or your inbox in eBay or Bonanza, whatever site you're buying the number from. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. There will actually be a part 5 to the Console ID series. It will be out soon, I promise, and that will end it. It's going to be a very, very short video. It's just going to point you in the right direction in case you're afraid that you've come across some Console ID stealers, or you may have them in your system right now, just in case you kind of want to start fresh from the beginning and, you know, rid your system out of everything. I'm going to point you in the right direction on how to do that, and a few other things, and tie up some loose ends. So thanks again for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe. Take care. We'll see you next time.